Hey man, tomorrow night's your game where you that's streamed and you play an Oath of Glory Paladin.
It is indeed. And, we haven't gone over the Oath of Glory from Tasha yet, so why don't we cover that here?
Sounds like a plan. I'm Nerdarchy Steve.
And I'm Nerdarchy Ted.
Welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds, by nerds.
Now it's time to take our shot at glory.
So today we're going to jump into our discussion on the Oath of Glory Paladin subclass from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Yeah, it's a great one. I mean, I fell in love with this one when it was the Oath of Heroism as the UA. There's definitely been some changes, and you're getting to see some of that fun, some of that extra that's, kind of jam-packed into a very awesome subclass.
We've got even more discussion on this subclass over on the Nerdarchy website, which you can go check out. We'll put a link in the description. So the name of that article is Oath of Glory Paladin embodies 5e D&D heroism.
So definitely a fun read. Go check it out.
All right, this is the part of the video where we're going to jump into devices and books to pull up some information. And Tasha weighs in on this one, as Tasha does with many of these. You're it. You're the winner of the Cosmic Fortune Lottery. Oh, and you're going to tell absolutely everyone all about it. Just wait.
So paladins who take the Oath of Glory believe they and their companions are destined to achieve glory through deeds of heroism. They train diligently and encourage their companions so they're all ready when destiny calls.
We also get some tenets of glory. The tenets of the Oath of Glory drive a paladin to adept heroics that might one day shine in legend. Action over words. Strive to be known by glorious deeds, not words.
Challenges are but tests. Face hardships with courage and encourage your allies to face them with you.
Hone the body like raw stone. Your body must be worked so its potential can be realized.
And discipline the soul. You must marshal the discipline to overcome failings within yourself that threaten to dim the glory of you and your friends.
I mean, I totally feel like this is the bro dude oath for paladins.
So I like the direction that this has gone because, while yes, glory is one of those things that, could kind of, be pushed into the direction of conceited, it has the direction of not just you, but you and your allies can be lifted up. So, you don't have this super selfish paladin of, me, I need to do it, my oath says so. But the concept that originated in the UA about heroism, about doing great deeds, still is in there, still in those words. So to me, I still find that the reason I fell in love with it is still there, and why I still enjoy playing that character.
Yeah, I mean, you're a happy-go-lucky bro dude that thinks we can all be bro dudes together. It kind of also makes me think of the animated movie from Disney, Hercules. I feel like I would want to recast, if not Hercules himself, then the trainer Danny DeVito, I forget the name of the character, as an Oath of Glory paladin.
That would be pretty darn hysterical. And totally drawing a blank on the name. I'm certain somebody's going to drop that down in the comments. But, the trainer of heroes, that totally fits this kind of style because, it's perhaps, it might be past their prime, but it fits within that. So,
yeah, if anybody needs inspiration for a mentor character, for an NPC, for an Oath of Paladin or Oath of Glory Paladin in their games, I think that's your go-to.
Absolutely. But hey, you like these videos and you like to see us keep doing more? Why not head over to Patreon and support us over there?
Yeah, as a special thank you, every month you'll get 5e content delivered to you for both players and DMs alike. You're going to get things like races, subclasses, spells, drop-in encounters, maps that we use in our own game, print and play magic item cards, and a chance to game with Nerdarchy, and more.
All right, so without further ado, let's actually dive into the subclass abilities about what this awesome paladin is going to get. And we're going to start off with getting oath spells. So these are spells that are automatically added to your spell list. They're automatically prepared for you, and I definitely have enjoyed some of these. 3rd level, we get Guiding Bolt and Heroism.
5th, Enhance Ability and Magic Weapon.
9th level, Haste and Protection from Energy.
13th, Compulsion, Freedom of Movement.
And 17th, Commune and Flame Strike.
Yeah, the hardest part about paladins and their oath spells is when you get good ones, you're like, but I'm a paladin and I'm probably going to smite. That being said, getting access to haste, one, you don't have to worry about other concentration spells when you're using haste and you're a paladin because you can just smite stuff.
Absolutely.
And two, an extra attack that you can possibly smite even more with, always good.
Yeah, that's where I have a failing with my particular character. Beyond being a crazy multi-class, one of those multi-classes is barbarian, so you can't concentrate on haste and smite at the same time. So, sad. Definitely
At least
that.
not while you're raging.
Not while raging. Yeah. So let's get into channel divinity. You gain the following 2 channel divinity options. Peerless Athlete. As a bonus action, you can use your channel divinity to augment your athleticism. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on strength, athletics, and dexterity acrobatics check. You can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much weight as normal, and the distance of your long and high jumps increases by 10 feet. This extra distance costs movement as normal. An Inspiring Smite. Immediately after you deal damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action and distribute temporary hit points to creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you, which can include you. The total number of temporary hit points equals 2d8 plus your level in this class, divided among the chosen creatures however you like.
So, just give out some temporary hit points as a bonus action, not bad. Buff your allies. And also, speaking of buffing, you can totally buff yourself to be completely buff when it comes to physical exertion.
So the Inspiring Smite is, definitely a change. They used to have, as a bonus action, you could increase your crit range for the next minute. So it was definitely one of those things of all right, well, if you don't roll a 19, in that next minute, you've kind of wasted that bonus action and that Channel Divinity. So, Wizards went in another direction.
So did you end up keeping the UA version, or you went with?
I've gone with the legit version. I did use that Channel Divinity feature, and I was lucky enough to roll a 19 during that combat. But I don't see
it's very iffy.
It's very iffy.
Yeah. So 7th level, we're gonna get Aura of Lacridity, and you emanate an aura that fills you and your companions with supernatural speed, allowing you to race across the battlefield in formation. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. In addition, if you are incapacitated, the walking speed of any ally who starts their turn within 5 feet of you increases by 10 feet until the end of the turn. When you reach 18th level of the class, in this class, the range of the aura increases to 10 feet. So it's much different than a lot of the other auras, and it is kind of cool, to buff everyone's speed, and it does totally give me the idea that you're in a shield formation, kind of protecting everybody.
Now, I will throw this out there because some people might not pick up on it, but as a paladin, you got fine steed. So if you're riding your steed will always be within 5 feet of you. So an extra 10 foot of movement on that steed, always a cool thing.
That is cool. Although I think your allies may struggle to keep up with you at that point.
Well, at that point in time, yes. But just saying that, if you're not caring about keeping a shield wall, you can totally make that happen.
Nice. Very cool. And also, they can benefit it in the beginning, right? As long as they're there on the start of their turn.
Right.
So even if it's only for the round, they could gain that benefit. You have to keep paying attention to where you are in relation to the paladin on the battlefield to know if your speed's going up or not. But as long as you start next to the paladin, you get faster.
If you're playing with a paladin, you generally and you're getting to those kind of levels, you kind of want to have that anyway because you want to know whether you're in their aura for their 7th level ability or whether you're in their aura for the charisma bonus to saving throws. So it's helpful to really, keep track of that.
Remember, folks, always know where your paladin is on the battlefield at all times. It's also really good because the barbarian's faster, so hopefully he can run out in front of the paladin and take the beating first, and then you can show up later to just look good and lay down smites.
There you go. 15th level, you're going to get Glorious Defense. You can turn defense into a sudden strike. When you or another creature you can see within 10 feet of you is hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to grant a bonus to the target's AC against that attack, potentially causing it to miss. The bonus equals your charisma modifier, minimum of +1. If the attack misses, you can make one weapon attack against the attacker as part of this reaction, provided the attacker is within your weapon's range. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma mod, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
So there's definitely seems to be an impetus to use a reach weapon with this particular paladin.
Indeed.
So 20th level, Living Legend. You can empower yourself with the legends, whether true or exaggerated, of your great deeds. As a bonus action, you gain the following benefits for 1 minute. You're blessed with an otherworldly presence, gaining advantage on all charisma checks. Once on each of your turns, when you make a weapon attack and miss, you can cause that attack to hit instead. If you fail a saving throw, you can use a reaction to re-roll it, but you must use this new roll. Once you use this bonus action, you can't use it again until you finish the long rest, unless you expend a 5th level spell slot to use it again. And that's something new. I don't think we've seen that done with any of the 20th level abilities before. I mean, it's a 20th level ability. Your character's never going to get it.
No.
And it's very rare to see it. And also, Paladin is one of the few where their subclasses actually get their capstone ability 20th level.
So I do like the fact of, subclasses having the capstone as opposed to the core class, because it allows you to create something that truly fits that. Given what, the Oath of Glory is, comparing it to other paladins, I do find this one rather weak. Granted, being able to turn an attack into a miss into a success is great for an attack. Once a round, being able to reroll a failed save using your reaction, pretty nice. But because we already have an ability that's using our reaction, we're kind of doubling up there. So that kind of generates a loss. And if you're not playing this type of paladin because you're all about glory and going out and chasing your dreams, if you're not all about the persuasion, deception, your face character, that first aspect, might not be all that great. But
you are still a paladin. You're charisma based, and it does something that other capstone abilities might not be able to do, where you can actually use this outside of combat. You might have a reason to use it. Again, a spell slot will get you there if you have used it already. So it's not like other paladins where like, oh, do I use this or not? I'm not going to get another shot at it today until I take a long rest. But the point you brought up about the saving throw, very valid. Like, if you've already used a reaction for that other ability, and that other ability is pretty good, so there's a good chance you have if you're in combat. Like, you have that ability. I would want to position myself around other allies. Also, if you take Sentinel, that'll eat up your reactions. I've seen a lot of paladins take Sentinel.
Indeed.
So they're all factors to take into consideration.
So I don't think it's bad. I think in comparison to other paladin capstones, I think this one is, not the best.
It's no Oath of Conquest.
It's no Oath of Conquest.
So what do you guys think? Are you playing Oath of Glory Paladins? Have you seen one in your game? Like them? Hate them? Let us know down in the comments below, and share your feedback and your thoughts with the Nerdarchy community.
While you're down there, don't forget to do all those things that make YouTube and Nerdarchy happy. Like, share, subscribe, even go ahead and click on that notification bell.
Quick reminder, we drop new Nerdarchy videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so come on back and see what's new. But hey, you can't wait till then? No problem. You can see what we had to say about the Way of the Mercy Monk up here.
So until next time, stay nerdy.